Hello everyone, welcome to your favorite CAT Prep channel Quantifiers. So today we are going to cover a very interesting set in our daily DILR series, the negation based thing. So before we move to the set, like always, this is the course that we are going to launch very shortly, and this is for all the people who are scared of DI, who are not able to comprehend the things, who get confused in so many conditions. This set is basically for them and this course. So in this daily series, we have covered a lot of sets. This is the 38th set. If you want the whole playlist is given in the description. Okay, so what is here? Each of the 5 friends, Andy, Brenda, Cindy, Dane, and Emily, A, B, C, D, E. They had written exactly one of those tests, GMAT, CAT, SAT, SNAP, and JMET, not necessarily in that order. The percentage score obtained by them were 50, 45, 40, 30, and okay, same, not in the same order, obviously. Okay. Now there are some information. There is some information given. Cindy did not write SNAP. Okay. Brenda did not write JMET. Okay. The percentage score in SNAP was 5 points more than the test of which Emily had written. Okay. So if I see a lot of information about exams is given, there are 3 variables. What? Exams, people, percentage. Now in all these sets, I have to fix one variable and I have to pursue the other variable. Okay. So what I'll do, since all the information is revolving around exams, so what I'll try to do, I'll try to allocate everything with respect to exams. So these are the 5 exams I have. Let me try to allocate the conditions. Cindy did not write SNAP. So Cindy did not write SNAP. Okay. And then Brenda did not write JMET. Brenda did not write JMET. The percentage score in SNAP was 5 more than the rest Emily had written. So Emily plus 5 is equal to SNAP. So let's cancel Emily here also. Okay. The percentage score that Annie obtained was 10 more when compared to the score in CAT. So CAT plus 10 is equal to A, which means A is not here. Okay. And it is A minus 10 basically. Okay. Now, what else is given? The percentage score in GMAT was 5 more by the Cindy. So Cindy plus 5 is GMAT. Okay. So C is also not here. Cindy plus 5. And the last, the percentage score in the test written by Dane was 10 was more than the ZAT by 10. So ZAT plus 10 is equal to D, or I can say it is D minus 10. Okay. So this is all I know. So now if it was an open-ended set, I'll have to take a lot of assumptions. But if, as I can see in my questions, I have a starting point with me. What is the starting point? That if A had written GMAT. Now if A had written GMAT, this is my starting point. Now I have just summarized the conditions over here, that all this is given to me. I know that this is A minus 10. I know that this is D minus 10 and so on. This is given to me. So let me just start. What else I have? If A has written GMAT, now A is placed over here. So if I talk about the 5 people, A, B, C, D, E, and if I talk about the 5 scores, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. One thing should strike me quickly. What? That scores of CAT and ZAT are A minus 10 and D minus 10. Which means कि अगर मैं A और D के स्कोर में से 10 कम करता हूं तो CAT और ZAT का स्कोर आएगा. Which means the score are possible here are 30, 35, and 40. Or I can also say that A and D cannot get the score of 30 and 35. Why? Because if I give A 35, then 35 minus 10 is 25, which is not possible, and same goes for 30 score. So it's a possibility. So there are 3 conditions or 3 cases. What? A can either score a 40 or a 45 or a 50. Let us say that A is scoring a 50. I have to assume something. Let me assume 50. Okay. If I assume 50, मेरे पास क्या क्या derive हो रहा है directly. पहले तो मैं वो लिख लेता हूँ. If A is 50, then A minus 10 is CAT. CAT is 40. Okay, CAT is 40. I don't know किसने दिया, but CAT is 40. और क्या हो रहा है? C plus 5 is GMAT. So C plus 5 is 50. If I have assumed, then C is 45. C is 45. Okay. C is 45. I don't know कहाँ पे आएगा, but C 45 आएगा. Okay. Last. See, I also know that A and D A and D, no matter what are the circumstances, can have a score of 40, 45 or 50. Now if I'm saying C is 45 and A is 50, then D must be this, then D is 40. As soon as D is 40, can I say D minus 10 is that? So that is 30. Okay. So there are only two scores left. What are those two scores? 35, 45, 35, 45. These are the two possibilities. Let me try to fill it. Let's say I am filling 45 over here. As soon as I fill 45 over here, okay, 5 plus E is 45, which means E will be 40. But this case is not possible as D already has taken 40, which means it is not possible to fill 45 here. So what I will fill? 35. As soon as I fill 35 here, 5 plus E is 35. E must be 30. B cannot come here, so B will come here. And who's left now? C is left, and the score left is 45. This completes my table somehow. So my first condition that I assumed with A as 50 is satisfied. But this is not the only condition. I have to take care of something other also, because there is a possibility of cannot be determined if multiple cases are possible. So let me try with the other case in which I will give A 45. Let me give A 45. If A is given 45, now A I know that is appearing in this exam. So A is 45 already. Now if A is 45, then Cindy would have scored 40% because C is 40 then. C is already 40 then. A is 45, then D must be 50. Now if D is 50, then can I say if D is 50, then ZAT is 40 because ZAT is D minus 10. And I already know that this is C, so this must be C. Now I know that CAT plus 10 is A, so this must be 35. So the only scores left are 30 and 50. Only scores left are 30 and 50. I know that Snap cannot have a minimum score. Okay, Snap cannot have a minimum score. Why? Because Snap is 5 plus something. So Snap has to have 50. So if Snap is 50, 5 plus E is Snap. 5 plus E is Snap, that is 50. So E is 45. But can I say that this is neglected? Why? Because A is already 45. This is also not possible, which means that this case is altogether rejected. So I am left with only one case in which I will assume that A is 40. Let me see if that case satisfies or not. Now what do I have altogether? If A is 40, then Cindy has 35, obviously, because C is 35 then. Okay. Now CAT marks are 30% already. Okay. What are the marks obtained in ZAT? If marks obtained in ZAT are 35, then Dane is 45. Okay. Because ZAT can either be 30. If ZAT can either be 30 or 35 or 40. Why? Because even in these cases only I can add 10 and make a score larger. And 40 are already allocated, then this must be 35. If this must be 35, then D must be 45. Not D must be 45. Now, if D is 45 and this is Emily, Emily can have two possibilities now. What are the two possibilities left? Here the score can be 45 or here the score can be 50. Here the score can be 45 or here the score can be 50. Now, what is the possibility for Emily? Emily can Emily score 50? Because Emily plus 5 is the top score. Okay. Emily cannot score a 50. So this must be 50. And then this must be 45. But which means that I am saying that this is E. Then I am saying that, then I'm saying that this is 50. If this is 50, then I know that 5 plus E is 50. But if I say E is 45, but D is already having 45, which means that this case is also not possible because this is a self-contradiction condition. And now if this is a self-contradiction condition, this case also goes into vain. So this is also not a possible case. If this is also not a possible case, then there is only one possibility, that is that A is having, this is the only possibility. Now, if this is the only possibility, I can answer my first three questions because they have all assumed the data from the first one. So if A is 50, then what was the percentage score of JMET? It was 45. What test did Emily write? Emily write Zach. And what percentage of marks did Brenda score in the test? Brenda has scored 35. These are the three possibilities with this case. So this completes my first three questions in a go. Not very difficult up to this point, but yes, if we start on the wrong note, you might get confused again and again. Okay. So let's try and see what now the last question has brought, because it is different. The last question says, oh, how many of these statements can be true? This is the first, this is the second, third, fourth, and fifth. So first statement says Annie had written snap and scored 50%. So Annie had written snap. If I see in all the conditions, Annie has written snap only. Since Annie has written snap only, so there are three possibilities as I discussed earlier, 40, 45, and 50. But in the first question, they are already saying that Annie had scored 50. So if Annie had scored 50, I'll have to check the feasibility with everything else. Let's check. Again, the five people A, B, C, D, E, the five scores again 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So as soon as I'm writing this, what else I can put? If A is 50, E is 45, A is 50, E is 45, then what is the score of D? D can either have a 40 or a 45 or 50. Then D must be having 40. Now D is having 40, Zat must be having 30. Because Zat is, I know 10 more than D, so Zat is having 30. So Zat is having 30. Okay. Now what is cat? Cat must be 40. Because cat is 10 plus A. Cat must be 40 and this must be D. And now this is D. Then this is 30. Okay. Then Dane is cat is 40. Annie snap is 15. I know. Emily is 45. That I know. GMAT. Okay. I know that GMAT is 5 more than Cindy. GMAT is 5 more than Cindy. So GMAT is also a derived score. Okay. So what are the possibilities here? The possibilities here are 35 and 45 as I talked earlier. Okay. Can I give this 45? Can I? No. Why? Because if I will give this 45, then C will be having 40, but D is already having 40. So this case is not possible, which means here the possibility is 35. Okay. 30, 40. Okay. Now here which it is 35, then C must be having 30. Then C is here. Now what else is left? Then only 45 is left here, and I know E is here. Then B must be here. A, B, C, D, E. So this completed my first arrangement. Now, if I am assuming this true, then this means this is true. Then second statement says Annie had written snap and scored 45. I will have to validate that. I cannot say anything about that. Annie had written snap, then Dane had written cat. Annie has written snap, then Dane had written cat. This is also true. So first and third are true already. Okay. What does the fourth statement state? If Annie had written snap, then Brenda had scored 30% in the test. Brenda has 35 right now. Again, according to 50, it is not possible, but I again have to check with other conditions in which A might score 45 or anything else. And last, if Annie had written snap, then Cindy had written MET. Cindy has written that. No. So I can only be assured about first and third as of now. So let me check again a very typical point. Again, I have to assume everything that I assumed earlier. Let's say that A is scoring 45. As soon as A is scoring 45, cat is 35. As soon as A is scoring 45, E is 40. Now E is 40, this is 40, then D must be 50. Now if D is 50, then Zat is 30. Sorry, Zat is 40. Which means this is E according to them. And D is 50. Where can D come? D can either come here or can come here. But D cannot come here. Sorry, then D can come here or here. Now, score of Emily is 35. Or what? GMAT is 50%. If GMAT is 50%, then C is 45, which is not possible. What are the two scores left over here? 30 and 50. 30 is not possible because it's a derived score. Okay. Now, if I keep 50 here, then 45 will be C, but C is already A. But A is already 45, so this is also not possible. So this case is rejected. Okay. Just in case if you are confused, let me just repeat again that the first block can either have a 30 or a 50. I cannot give it a 30 because then C will be 25, which is not possible. If I give it 50, then C will be 45, which is not possible because A is 45. So this case is also rejected. So A is rejected over this. Now let me pick the last case. In the last case, A has scored 40. So if A has scored 40, then what are the possibilities? If A has scored 40, then Cat is 30 already. Then Emily is what? Emily is 35. Now Dane can either be 45 or 50. Let's say that Dane scored 50. If Dane has scored 50, then Zat must be 40. Okay. No, it is possible. No. Why? Because A is 40. Okay. So this is not possible. Then Zat cannot be. So Dane cannot be 50. If I give Dane 45, then what is the possible? That it is possible that it is having 35. Okay. Then if Dane is 45, then Zat is 35. So Dane is 45. Again, there are two possibilities. Let me 30, 45 and 30, 35 and 40 are written. So here it is a possibility of 45 or 50. So if I am putting up 45 over here, then again C is 45, but again it is rejected. If I am putting up 50 over here, if I am putting up 50 over this place, can I put 50 over this place? I don't think so. I can. Let me check. If I put 50 over this place, then what is it? Then C is 45. Then C is 45 and C is then placed over here. But this is not possible. Why? Because D is already 45. Because I have already rejected the possibility of D being 50. This is rejected. So all in all, A can again have only one possibility, that is 50. Since A can only have one possibilities and I have already made two statements true in this case, which means only one and only third statement true. So 1 and 3 are true, second and everything else is not a possible case. So this means that at most two statements. At most two statements, the last answer. So this completes my set, a very confusing one as I told you. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you liked it, please do subscribe to our channel. And if you have subscribed already, there's one more thing before we go. Like always, this is the list of toppers that Quantif has produced in the first year only. So if you wish to be part of this league, you can be the next one. Join us as soon as possible. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.